New at 6, only on 12, our immigration debate could be headed in a different direction. There's a new voice and a new, more moderate message on illegal immigration, and it's coming from a conservative law and order Republican. Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery says Arizona needs to move beyond SB 1070 to what he calls the next step. Bram Resnick is here with the story. Bram.
Yeah, Mark, Bill Montgomery has not gone soft. He declares SB 1070 has been a success, but says it's time to move on to a larger immigration solution. And he is the first Arizona Republican I've heard say you can work on securing the border and work on that larger solution at the same time.
We've had enough.
That's Maricopa County Attorney Bill Montgomery, summing up the way he says many Americans feel about attempts to deal with illegal immigration.
We've run into the hard line of how much a state can do on enforcement.
Montgomery says the U.S. Supreme Court's June ruling throwing out most of SB 1070 puts an end to punitive state laws on enforcing federal immigration laws. So what's next?
You could go from one extreme or one position that says everybody must be deported to the other position that says give everyone citizenship.
Instead, the Montgomery plan takes a more moderate approach. It focuses on securing the Arizona border, but at the same time, it would overhaul the U.S. visa system to better track visitors, allow for guest workers in industries with labor needs, and enforce SB 1070 to target criminals.
It's a recognition that we're now ready to move to the next step.
The plan is a huge departure from the secure the border first mantra of many Republicans, like the governor.
As soon as we can get our border secured, we can all come to the table.
I wouldn't say that you have to have a fence the entire length of the border with Mexico before we can move forward and start addressing other needed areas of reform.
Montgomery says the guest worker program also acknowledges reality.
If we're identifying a labor need that we can't meet with the domestic labor market, and there are people who do want to come into the country and work in that area, that makes total sense to me.
It also makes sense to some advocates for illegal immigrants.
He's right. To make more laws that can only be more and more punitive and harsher on people is not to the liking of the American public.
Now, Congress will have to come up with all of these solutions, but expect Montgomery, also Republican Bob Worsley, who defeated SB 1070 sponsor Russell Pierce in last week's primary, and many others to speak out for them in coming weeks. In the newsroom, Bram Resnick, 12 News.